Hi, thank you for the opportunity to speak today. I'll be explaining what a virtual machine is, the main components that make it work, and how it can be used in real business environments. So, a virtual machine or VM is basically a computer that runs inside another computer. Instead of having one physical machine doing one job, virtualization allows you to run multiple systems on a single physical machine. Each virtual machine can have its own operating system, and it act like a completely independent computer. What makes it very possible is something called hypervisor. The hypervisor is the software that manages the physical hardware and creates these virtual machines. It controls how resources like the CPU, memory, and storage are shared between them. There are two main types of hypervisors. Type 1 runs directly on the hardware and commonly used in business environments because it's more efficient and secure. And the type 2 runs on the top of an existing operating system and is more common for personal use or testing. Now, each virtual machine has its own set of core components, just like a physical computer. First is the virtual CPU. This handles all the process tasks for the virtual machine, and it's assigned from the physical CPU. Then there is a virtual RAM, which is the memory the VM uses. The amount of RAM you assign affects how well and how fast the VM performs. So next is the virtual storage. This is actually in the form of virtual hard disk file, and it stores the operating system, applications, and any data. And finally, there is the virtual network adapter, which allows the virtual machine to connect to a network and communicate just like a real computer. Even though all of these components are virtual, they function the same way as the physical hardware, which is what makes virtualization so powerful. Now, in a real business setting, virtualization is extremely useful. For one, it helps reduce cost. Instead of buying multiple physical servers, a company can run several virtual servers on one machine. For example, you could have a domain controller, a file server, and a web server, all running as a separate virtual machines on a single physical server. It is also common to improve efficiency. If a computer or a company needs to deploy a new server, it can be done quickly by creating a new virtual machine instead of purchasing and setting up new hardware. Another important benefit is isolation. Each virtual machine operates independently. So if one crashes or has an issue, the others are not affected. This improves overall system stability. So virtualization also makes backup and recovery more easier. You can take snapshots of a virtual machine and restore it if something goes wrong. This is very important for minimizing downtime in a business. Sorry for my tone. It's also very useful for testing. Its IT teams can create virtual environment to test new software or updates without affecting the main system. On top of that, virtualization is scalable and you can easily increase resources like RAM or CPU for virtual machine without needing to replace physical hardware. So overall, virtualization gives business flexibility, efficiency, and better use of resources. So I conclude by saying virtual machines allow multiple systems to run on a single physical machine using a hypervisor. They include components like the virtual CPU, memory, storage, and networking, and they are all widely used in businesses to reduce cost, improve efficiency, and support reliable system management. Thank you for everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you.